Well, anniversaries, we know, force us to look back, and that's exactly what we're doing this weekend here at ABC 36. That's because our station, WTVQ, is celebrating its 50th anniversary on Saturday. Our own ABC 36's Tom Kenny takes us on a trip down memory lane through 5 decades of broadcasting.
June 2nd, 1968, WBLG, Channel 62 in Lexington went on the air. At the time, it was one of the highest full-power TV stations in the country, founded by Lexington area businessman Roy White and Reeves Broadcasting. Ownership has changed over the years, but the station's network affiliation has not. It has been the ABC station since the day it went on the air. There was the Big 62 News with people who became household names. And there was plenty of locally produced programs.
So if I don't see you before you see me, have a very Merry Christmas from all of us here at 62. Bye-bye.
An ownership change led to a station call letter change in 1974. WBLG became WTVQ. What didn't change was the news coverage of the community and the issues of the day, like this report on the coal crisis in 1976. See if this sounds familiar to what's in the news more than 40 years later.
Industry officials now say the boom is over, and an estimated 75% of the mines in eastern Kentucky now lie idle.
The 1970s produced some wildly popular local programs from the WTVQ studios, like pro wrestling. And both children and adults tuned in weekdays at 3 to watch Happy's Hour with Happy and Froggy and their many friends.
Well, hello, everybody, and how are you today?
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you today,
All right.
You are just fine, I hope.
I am just fine.
But of course, live television has its share of not-so-perfect moments.
Thinking that you'd thrown out some corn for him, he found out they were tasteless pearls.
Current engineer Mike Daniels has seen it all. He came to work at the TV station when it was just 2 years old in 1970.
I've been fortunate as I've been here long as I have. I've come along with things. As the new technologies came in, I was able to, pick up on it and grasp them and go on. Walk off the street right now, knowing what I knew when I came in 1970, I don't know if I could pick it up.
The next decade of the 80s brought more change. In 1980, a new 1.5 million watt transmitter was installed, and WTVQ moved from channel 62 to 36. What has never changed is the station's commitment to the communities it serves. And sometimes that's required added creativity, like this from then sports director Kenny Rice, who improvised in 1982 when network problems kept the Kentucky basketball game off the air.
For those who, didn't get to see the game, you had to listen to it on radio. This is almost like being at the game.
Okay.
Little crowd noise. And it's just about like being there. Jim Master had 18 points in the game, Robin.
Wow.
Necessity is the mother of invention. The station underwent a major renovation in 1985, which doubled the office space and created new technical facilities, which were on display in 2002 when WTVQ became Central Kentucky's first commercial television station to broadcast a digital TV signal. A short time later, it became the area's first commercial digital TV channel to broadcast in high definition. The station and everyone who worked there at the time was really tested in 2003 when Lexington was crippled by the worst ice storm in the city's history. Huge pieces of ice fell from the television station's tower, bombarding the building.
That weighs about 20 pounds, falling 1,000 feet.
Despite the damage, the newscast went on, broadcast from the local cable TV studios. Another major change came in 2009 when the station shut down its analog signal and transitioned to digital broadcast, which was mandated by the federal government. Today, the station broadcasts programming on 7 different digital channels. Over the last 50 years, with the changes and the challenges, there has been one constant.
we've had good people here. The crew, and that includes everybody, from the office staff to the technical people to the production people and everybody involved.
Long after you forget the names and faces, they are still a part of you, the viewer. We can only imagine what the next 50 years will bring. Stay tuned.
And we do have a few more fun facts for you about the station's anniversary. The station's original channel, number 62, it corresponds with the first on-air date of June 2nd. And some people have asked why the call letters were changed to WTVQ. Well, the owners at the time said because Q rhymes with 62. And here's something pretty cool. In the mid-70s, the station was owned by Walt Disney's nephew, Roy Disney Jr.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah, pretty cool. Happy anniversary to WTVQ.
Yeah, a lot of fun stuff going on. Come a long way.
Yeah.
All right, well.